We have big news. We have exciting news for you. Tell them what it is, Serena.
We are super excited to announce that we are starting our first membership this January 2024.
Yay! Membership.
So we're excited to let you know that we will be hosting a monthly membership where when you join, you will be
with us live in a Zoom room once a month for a workshop like we just hosted. It's going to be a workshop like that, one topic each month, a different topic. You might even help us come up with the following month's topic from inside our membership. Super excited to meet you. It was so fun meeting a few of you in our inaugural workshop. So we're really looking forward to that.
And when you are a member, you will also be receiving a monthly newsletter where I'm going to be a little more intimate and I'll be sharing the things that are working and the things that aren't working for me.
Yeah, like taking a tool that you've learned from the podcast and how you're implementing it and how well that worked, or maybe if it didn't work. And then Amma can put in my 2 bits worth. We'll see how that goes. But a membership newsletter and a membership live Zoom room workshop starting in January 2024. Can sign up through our Patreon link in the show notes, yeah?
Yes, everything will be in the show notes, and we can't wait to see you there, listeners.
We can't wait. Yay!
Hey mamas, thanks for joining us here at The Nurturing Parent. We're back with another Family Fun Friday, and this week we have more autumn activities and another sing-along.
Yeah, Amma's ready.
You're always ready.
Amma is enthusiastic and excited about life in general. And life with littles is my jam. That's my jam.
Yes, it is. And I'm excited to hear what you have for us to do this weekend with our families.
Yay. Well, I have a little tiny short song that I wrote, and then another one I learned online that's really fun. And then I have a couple of other kind of art activity ideas for you to do with your little ones in this beautiful season of the autumn and the fall. And I don't know where you live. I mean, maybe some of you are listening from countries where it's not the autumn right now. So, put these into your memory bank or save this episode for when it is autumn where you live. And maybe some of you are listening from places where you don't ever get the autumn leaves falling like we do, so I don't know, but maybe there's a few of the art activities that would work for you where you live. So write to us and let us know. It's exciting to see the different countries in the world where this podcast is reaching.
Yes, all around the world. It's amazing.
Yeah, we love being here with you. All right, without further ado, here's today's songs. The first one is one that I wrote. It's very short, and it's to the tune of the Westminster chimes. So if you don't know what that is, it's this melody. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Does that ring a bell?
Yes.
So to speak. That was a bit funny.
That was a good one.
Okay, good. So that's how you remember the melody is the Westminster chimes tune. Autumn leaves fall to the ground, fluttering, falling all around.
Nice.
So like I do with little ones, I'll sing it again, and I'll sing it a little higher up because I tend to have a low voice, you guys, and I'm going to try my best to remember to sing a bit higher because a lot of women and certainly children have higher pitched voices. Autumn leaves fall to the ground, fluttering, falling all around. So if you've sung this song that we taught you last week, autumn leaves are falling, autumn leaves are falling, 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 autumn leaves are falling down to the ground. And if maybe they've been dancing and the energy is really high and you want to calm the energy down, this is a little song that you can use to just bring that energy down a little and still have some movement. So it's really good if we can use our voices, either in song or our speaking voices, to get everybody excited. Let's get our boots on and go out and play. Or let's take our boots off now and come inside. And you can do that with a sing-song voice, or you can just do it with your speaking voice. Let's get our boots on and go out and play. Or let's take our boots off and come in and snuggle down. So you see just the difference in the tone of our voices. If instead of saying, come on, let's get our boots on and get outside, and you might get there sometimes. I get that. That's okay. But instead of going to those places, if you can remember that your excitement about getting our boots on and going outside is going to get you a lot further, a lot faster, with a lot less argument.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
that's a little addition to the sing song. And I have one more song to share with you that I learned from Miss Nina online. And I don't know Miss Nina, but I just thought I'd mention her name because it was her site that I learned this on. And I don't know if you guys know the song "The Farmer in the Dell."
I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, good. Because I sang it in kindergarten.
Yeah, my daughter doesn't. I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All you need to know is the melody. And so I just didn't know if it was a current day song that young mamas would know.
Yeah.
So the tune is the original song goes, the farmer in the dell, the farmer in the dell, hey ho, the farmer in the dell, hey ho, the Mario, the farmer in the dell.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's the tune that we're going to sing this next song to. And it's again, leaves are falling down. And it's good to have a few different songs at your disposal so that if you get
Yes.
bored, you can pull out another one. The leaves are falling down. The leaves are falling down. Down, down to the ground. The leaves are falling down. The leaves are blowing around. The leaves are blowing around. Blowing, blowing, blowing. The leaves are blowing around. We're going to rake them or push them in a pile. So if you have rakes, you can sing rake. And if you have just your boots and your hands, you might need gloves on if it's chilly out. So let's just say we're going to push them into a pile because maybe we don't have rakes for everybody. We're going to push them in a pile, push them in a pile, push them, push them, push them, push them in a pile. And then guess what happens next? We're going to jump into the leaves, jump into the leaves. When we count to 3, we're going to jump into the leaves. 1, 2, 3. It's fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And leaf piles are so fun.
Leaf piles are so fun. Yeah. So there's a couple more songs for you and a couple of art activity ideas. So last week we talked about bringing leaves home, bringing seeds and nuts home from the trees. One very simple art activity. I don't know if you guys have liquid paint, but I would really strongly recommend you get a few colors of children's liquid paint. I think I don't know the name brands of companies that sell the paint, but maybe we can put that in the show notes.
My question would be, because I never know, is that like acrylic to
They're not acrylic, they're children's paints.
Okay.
Sometimes you can find them in dollar stores. Sometimes like some of the bigger box stores have them, but you just have to look, and I'm sure Amazon has it, but you just have to look online and find some different names of children's liquid paints.
Okay.
Because I'm going to be teaching you a bunch of activities to do with paint, and this, my friends, comes from me being a preschool teacher. That's part of my training, and that's what I did for many years. A preschool teacher, daycare teacher. So and liquid paint is just so versatile. We can do so much with it. So these two activities I'm going to teach you right now, share with you, we're going to need some liquid paint. First of all, in the autumn, use those autumn colors. Use reds and orange and yellow. You might only just put those three colors out. So the first activity is really fun. You get some boughs of the coniferous trees, the evergreens. And of course, in the fall, there's also a lot of wind. And so a lot of those branches will fall on the ground. So I don't recommend picking branches off the live trees, but when you find them on the ground, bring a few of those little branches home and just break off, a small 4 or 5 inch piece. And then put your liquid paint in little cups. And you can get these certainly at dollar stores, or you might have some around. And of course, with your little ones, you want to have something that's not going to break easily. It might be plastic, it might be silicone, it might be you could use also a 6-cup cupcake pan and just put 3 colors in 3 of those spaces, orange, red, and yellow. Then they're going to use those boughs from the evergreens as paintbrushes. Just dip them in the paint and splat them on the paper. And they're just going to make some neat designs on the paper. And with the colors, they're going to love the colors. And remember that our children's paintings don't need to look like anything. One thing to do when your children have made paintings is to say, do you want to tell me about your painting? Instead of, what is it? Because it might not be something. And if they hesitate to tell you about it, the other good thing to do is to say, wow, I see lots of orange over here. I see some red splatters over here. And I see some yellow, little bits of yellow in between. So you just describe what you see and watch their face, because as you simply describe what you see, you're going to see a big beaming smile, and they're going to feel proud about their artwork.
Yes,
So,
and if you hang it up too, say wow and put
yeah,
it somewhere where everyone can see it for a
yes.
little.
Yeah. And another wonderful thing to do is to write their name. As a preschool teacher, we always write their name so that they can take their paintings home. But if your children are at home, you write their name in the bottom or the top corner, just in nice, small letters, and you print it in nice, neat letters. And that's the beginning of them learning what their name looks like too, which is really fun.
And if
And
you save
so,
it, put the year on it. Just saying.
yes, put the year on it for sure. Um, and the last one I want to share really quick is sponge painting on leaves. So you can either lay the leaf down on the paper and then take your sponge. You can get sponges anywhere, and you sponge from those colored pots of paint onto the leaf and all around the edges of the leaf. And when you lift the leaf up, you'll see the design of the leaf on the paper.
Cute.
And alternatively, you parents, you trace around the leaf onto paper, cut out that shape of the leaf, and then they sponge paint onto the cutout of the leaf. And that makes really pretty leaf paintings too.
Awesome. Thank you, Amma. So fun. We'll be sharing our artwork in our Facebook group. So if you're not there, come join us in the Facebook group and we can see your paintings if you get to do it this weekend. We encourage you to. It's fun. And like Amma said, make sure you have those paints at home. And whenever Amma shares crafts, those are like her staples, the paints. So
yeah. And also to remind you that when you're in our Facebook group at 2:00 Pacific, 5:00 Eastern, we will be live every Friday to go over this week's episode in real live time.
yes.
You get to see us and be with us, at least me. Sometimes Mama Serena's in the comment section with you. All right. We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Talk again next week. Have fun. Bye. Bye.